Hey, what's good with y'all boys? This big boss K-Po through the door here to talk this boxing. I just dropped my kids off at school. You know what I'm saying? My foul on the live, man. I was doing the live. I was finna get into my talking points, but then, I had to be daddy. You know what I mean? Those with parents know what I mean. I had to take care of something. So I had to end the live, and then, I had to delete it because it wasn't making sense. You know what I mean? I was finna get into my talking point, you know what I mean? But, it just didn't pan out right. So, had to take care of something, you know what I mean? If you're a parent, you know what I mean. But, Conor benn, man. Let's talk about it. There's a lot of people talking about it. It's a hot topic right now. Conor benn failed a drug test. He's supposed to fight Chris Eubanks Jr. at a catch weight, which I didn't understand why he was fighting him at a catch weight anyway. That's some of Eddie Hearn's tactics. Y'all forget Eddie Hearn did the same thing to Kell Brook. Made him, I won't say made him, but he probably put that idea in Kell Brook's head to go up to fight Triple G at 160. You know what I mean? So he ain't got to fight Errol Spence. And I think he put that idea in Conor benn's head. Like, oh, this will be a big fight in British boxing and all that bull. Like, man, at the end of the day, bro, it's about being the best. And Conor benn should not be in the ring with Chris Eubanks Jr. But Conor benn should not be tested positive for any bad substances either. And, it's disgusting, that you got people in boxing who are doing that. People are putting their lives on the line, man. Like, boxing it's not like football. It's not like you can't play boxing, bro. You could lose your life. You know what I mean? A boxer just lost his life recently. I forgot his name. I had posted it on my Instagram. You know what I mean? But it's the principle of the whole thing, bro. Like, you sitting here cheating, basically. And that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. There's no room for that in the sport of boxing. Like, I feel like there should be harsher penalties for that. Like, you shouldn't be able to box for 5 years if you cheat one time. You know what I mean? Like, that's my opinion, because that'll make the sport a clean sport. You know what I mean? Who knows if he been doing it? You know what I mean? I saw something with Chris Algieri, was saying, like, hey, I fought Errol Spence, and I fought some guys who could punch. You know what I mean? And no one never knocked me out like that. How Conor benn knocked out Chris Algieri. So it just make you question. And I don't know if it was Chris Algieri or Chris Van Heerden, but I don't think he fought Chris Van. I think it was Chris Algieri. So all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, bro, like, there's no room for that in boxing. You know what I mean? First of all, I think he ducking smoke with Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz and, you know what I mean, all these up and coming welterweights. I think he is ducking smoke with them. You know what I mean? Because I want to fight Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner not even active right now. Why would you want to fight Adrian Broner? Oh, I want to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, I mean, yeah, he won his fight against Mark Barnes, but he was rusty. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looking to capitalize on guys who ain't active. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, if you really that dude, go fight Jaron Boots Ennis. Go fight Virgil Ortiz. Fight those guys. You know what I mean? Those are the guys that you need to be like, I want to smoke with. You know what I'm saying? But we know he don't really want that. That's why he going up there to fight Chris Eubanks Jr. and all that. But it's unacceptable, you know what I mean, in the sport of boxing. Like I said, I boxed, you know what I mean, as an amateur. And not once it crossed my mind, man, let me take something. No, bro. Just train. Train and figure it out. Like I say, man, I've been in some matches, on sparring matches, where dude was whooping my ass. And I had to figure out how to fight this brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you got to do. If you got, hey, you might get a dude that's stronger than you, smarter than you. You know what I mean? Faster. You got to figure him out. You know what I mean? I'm not finna sit there, man, I know he bigger than me, and let me just take something. No, bro. If you feel like you got to take something for a fighter, you don't need to be in there with him. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. But he shouldn't be in there with Chris Eubank Jr. Period. He shouldn't be in there with him. He should be in there with Boots. He should be in there with Virgil Ortiz. That's just what it is. So I blame him. I blame Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? Because Eddie Hearn done wrecked a couple of fighters' careers. You know what I mean? One of these British boxers gonna look at Eddie Hearn and be like, man, I ain't working with you. Let me come over here and, you know, or let me roll solo. Eddie Hearn ruined Anthony Joshua's career. And I'm gonna make a separate video about Eddie Hearn because I want to talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, overall, bro, there's no room for that in boxing. You know what I mean? That's just period. There's no room for cheating and all that in boxing. There's no room for that. You know what I mean? This sport is a clean sport. It needs to be a clean sport. Let me say that because I misspoke. This sport needs to be a clean sport. There needs to be mandatory testing all year round. All year round. Even if you're not fighting, all year round, mandatory testing. That's what I think. For everybody, mandatory testing. Because you could cycle off stuff and get, you know what I'm saying? You could be, you know, using something and then like, oh, like, it could still be in your system, but they can't detect it. You know what I mean? So, man, Conor benn, man, this not a good look. I don't agree with this whole him cheating, man. You know what I mean? He talking about I see something. He talking about he a clean fighter. How? You tested positive for a banned substance, bro. Like, man, this gotta change, bro. Like, boxing is not for play. You can't play boxing. And I keep reiterating that because I don't think people understand what it's like to be in that square circle and get punched in your face. You know what I mean? You got dudes that literally are punch drunk from getting punched in their head, bro. Look at James Toney. Look how James Toney talk right now. Look at Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? God bless his soul. Look at him. Look how he was talking. Floyd even talked about he's having, you know, with memory loss and stuff like that from boxing, getting punched in the head. This is not for play. You know what I mean? This ain't for play, bro. You know what I mean? Boxing ain't for play. And as fans and people in the sport of boxing, even the fighters, we all have to come together and demand a clean boxing. You know what I mean? Fair boxing. You know what I mean? We have to demand that. We have to. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's go.